Hello cozy people. I have a list of channel and reading goals that I want to share with you today, and also a list of 24 books I want to read in 2024 that I currently own right now. Like, not new releases, and just books that I currently own. Sit down, grab yourself a nice drink, and let's get into the video. The first thing I want to share is the list of 24 books I want to read in 2024. I have them right behind me, so I will just pull them out and share them with you. The first book I want to read is Lord of the Rings. I'm counting this as one book because technically it is one book, but it's like 3 parts, even though they're always like published as separate books. But I'm counting this as one book. I'm currently in book 2 on the first one, like part 2 of Fellowship of the Ring. Another book I want to read is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I don't really know what this is about. All I know is that it's like a YA fantasy. It's really good so far. I'm about 70 pages into it and I'm enjoying it so far. The third book I want to read is Moby Dick by Herman Melville. This is about a couple men that go on a whale hunting adventure. The fourth book I want to read is The Fragile Threads of Power by V.E. Schwab. This is a sequel to the Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. You can read them out of order. You can read this series first or A Darker Shade of Magic, even though like the Shades of Magic series will be spoiled if you read this one first. Even though it's not like a huge spoiler, but it's pretty big. The fifth book I want to read is Lone Player by Julia Rosemary Turk. She is an independent indie author that I won this little giveaway for this book, even though I already bought it on Kindle, so now I have a physical copy. And she wonderfully sent me a copy and some stickers with it and a little mug that I love so much. The mug is so cute. But yeah, so this is what I want to read. This is a YA dystopian and I'm very excited for it. I love YA dystopian. The sixth book I want to read is Valley of the Dolls by Jacqueline Suzanne. I'm not really sure what this is about, but this is the first edition, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the first edition of Valley of the Dolls. I got this from my library from like a book sale just for like 50 cents. But Valley of the Dolls, this is a hot girl book. That's all I know. The seventh book I want to read is Middlemarch by George Eliot. I'm reading this for Game of Tomes with Emmy from BookTube. She's just a little BookTube. She's a huge BookTube creator, but Middlemarch is one of the books for March and April, I'm pretty sure. The eighth book I want to read is The Cartographers by Peng Shepherd. This, I have no clue what this is about either. I don't know what most of these are about. I like to go in my books completely like not knowing what they're about really. I got this from Book of the Month last year and I just really want to read it. It seems pretty cool. It's like a mystery, I think it's a mystery. The ninth book I want to read is The Wishing Game by Meg Shaffer. This is a really cute mystery romance, I'm pretty sure, or like mystery romance, I'm pretty sure. But it looks really cute and I got this from Book of the Month last year also. The 10th book I want to read is The Fury by Alex Michaelides. This is a thriller that I got for January from Book of the Month this month. And it is a book troop pick for March, I think. And I really want to read this with Gabby Reads. The 11th book I want to read is Alice Isn't Dead by Joseph Fink. This is originally a podcast. If you know Welcome to Night Vale, they also did Alice Isn't Dead. So this is about a woman who searches for her wife. Her wife is missing and she's a trucker, and so she goes and searches for her wife in her truck, and it's pretty wild, honestly. I haven't read the book, but I've listened to the podcast and it's wild. The 12th book I want to read is The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake. This is a dark academia book and I don't know much about it besides the fact that it's dark academia, and I got this from Goodwill for like $2 right after it came out. And I'm really excited to read this one because I haven't really read any dark academia, but I know I love the aesthetic. So I'm really excited to read The Atlas Six because I know that the third book in the series, it like just came out or is about to come out. So I want to hurry up and get to it and try to get it from my library because my library just got it in, I saw. The 13th book I want to read is Dracula by Bram Stoker. I've had this book for years and I just never picked it up. Well, I read a couple chapters of it, but I never finished it, and I really want to read it for the spooky season because it's a classic. The 14th book I want to read is From Lukov with Love by Mariana Sabata. This is a story, this is a romance, a slow burn romance with ice skaters. And as you can tell, I got to chapter 6 with my bookmark, but I'm going to restart that, so I'm taking that really cute bookmark out. Isn't it cute? The 15th book I want to read is Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. This is the second book in the villains story. This follows Eli Everett and Victor Vale, and they are enemies, and they're trying to off each other because they have this, they want to get revenge on each other. And the first one was really good, but this is the second one, and I really want to finish this because Victorious is coming out sometime, which is the last one by V. Schwab in this series. The 16th book I want to read is Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. This is the novel of Howl's Moving Castle by Studio Ghibli. It's completely different than the movie, I've heard, so I'm really excited to pick up the book to see how different they actually are. The 17th book I want to read is Bunny by Mona Awad. I started this but wasn't really in the mood for it, so I soft DNF'd it, and now I want to pick it up a little bit later in this year. The 18th book I want to read is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Atessa Mostfag. This is a story about a young woman who her parents have died, and she decides to sleep for an entire year by being on sleeping pills and just wallow in her pity. The 19th book I'm going to read is Bud Not Buddy by Christopher Paul Curtis. I read this in 5th grade but never finished it because time ran out because everybody read so slowly in my grade. So we never finished it, and I want to finish it because it was a really good book when I was in 5th grade, and I really enjoy it whenever I started picking it back up for like every year. I've never finished it. I don't know why, I just haven't finished it. The 20th book I want to read is Macbeth by Shakespeare. This is one of my friend's favorite. Oh, there are cat teeth marks. Can you see that? I don't know if you can, but like there's cat marks on it. Thanks guys. But Macbeth by Shakespeare because it's one of my friend's favorite Shakespeare, and Lady Macbeth is coming out by Ava Reed, I'm pretty sure is the author. So I really want to pick this up so I can understand more about Lady Macbeth, because that is definitely on my top anticipated books of the year is Lady Macbeth. 21st book I want to read for 2024 is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I've heard such good things about this book, but I've never picked it up. And my mom bought it for me for my birthday this year, and I decided to go ahead and read it this year because it is, I forgot what book club is doing it, but one of the book clubs that I want to read is reading Little Women this year. It's Game of Tomes for November and December, I'm pretty sure, so I'm gonna pick it up in November and December. 22nd book I want to read for 2024 is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. The reason I want to read this one for 2024 is, one, I have heard great things about this book, but also the second book in the series is coming out, Somewhere Beneath the Sea or something like that, and it follows them as when they're like teenagers, I'm pretty sure, because I went to his book tour for In the Lives of Puppet, and somebody asked like, hey, they were like a teacher, and she said like, hey, my kids want to know like what happens to them as teenagers, and he's like, I can't say. So that I knew that it was going to be released before it began released, but it follows them as teenagers, so I really want to read this so I can go ahead and pre-order Somewhere Beneath the Sea. The 23rd book I want to read is Circe by Madeline Miller. I love Song of Achilles, and I know I'm just gonna love Circe because I just love Madeline Miller. The way she writes is fantastic and so poetic. And also I got this from my library for free because they had like this little thing that was happening, this little event where you go to things and you get this book for free. But I didn't go to any of the events because I don't have a car, and my husband always uses the car for his work, so I couldn't go, but they had it for free, thankfully. As you can see, it says F free at the little book stand for free books that you can get at any time. And yeah, so I picked this up. I'm so glad that I could get it. And the 24th book I want to read for 2024 is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I really want to get into the Cassandra Clare universe. I have 3 of her books, but this one I've heard is where you need to start. So I have City of Bones, no clue what this is about. It's from the Mortal Instruments, and I really want to get into this world. So those are the 24 books I want to read in 2024. And now I think we're gonna move on to my reading and channel goals. So I have my goals on my Notion right here, and I'm going to share them with you. And I have 7 reading goals and 4 channel goals. So the first goal I have is I want to read 50 books this year. Like, not including manga and graphic novels. I want to read 50 books that are at least 90 pages and take a bit of time to read. Right now I have read 0 of that goal. I've read books that were over 100 pages, but they were middle grade and they took like 30 minutes to read, so I'm not counting those. They had a lot of pictures in them too, so I am counting books that take at least like 2 hours to read, that have a little bit over 100, like 90 pages, and not many pictures, because I want to fill my life up with a little bit more, not adult, but more lengthy novels. And last year I read not that many lengthy novels. My Goodreads goal will be 100 books. That is including graphic novels and manga and comics. So I want to read about half of my goal being like picture books or short novels, like novellas and stuff. And I want the other half to be full-length novels. Every month I want to have one classic book or a TBR vet that is at least 5 years or older. Yes, I have books that I have not read that I've had for over 5 years. I got a couple books whenever I just graduated college, which was years ago, and I have not read them yet, like Bud Not Buddy and Lord of the Rings. I've had Lord of the Rings for over 10 years. I got it right when I started high school, so obviously I haven't read it, so that's one of them that's going to be my classic or TBR vet, just so I can finally get through all the classics I own and all the books that I've owned for so long. I want to prioritize the books I own over new books or books that I can get at the library. I want to have more, basically meaning like if I prioritize them, I'll have more read than unread books on my bookshelf. Right now I have a Goodreads shelves, like the little shelves that you can have on Goodreads, that have the books that I own that I've read and the books that I own that I haven't read. And right now it's about even, but I want to get way more read than I have unread. For the 5th goal, I want to use the library for new releases besides auto buy authors and books that I'm like collecting or books from Book of the Month, because I don't want to use all my money on new releases. I want to just completely utilize the library so I don't have to own so many books that I might or might not like. Like I said, unless they're auto buy or like a part of a series or part of a collection that I want to own. But yeah, I want to really utilize my library. And for my 6th one is to complete the Bookemon readathon. I will leave the link in the description, like the announcement video. It started January 1st. Well, actually technically it started December 1st, but you can't do that anymore, so it started January 1st. And I want to catch all the Bookemon and get all the badges. Hopefully I can do that. I don't know if I can, but I'm really gonna try. So at least get all the Bookemon, all the main Bookemon is what I want to do. The last reading goal I have is catch up on 2 manga series. I have a lot of manga series that I am like collecting or reading right now, and this does not count for like volumes that I only have like 1 or 2 volumes left. This is like 10 plus volumes that I have to catch up on. So one of them I know is Yona of the Dawn, because my library is like religiously getting the new ones in and has all of Yona of the Dawn that is out right now. And so I want to get all the manga from them, all the volumes from the library, and read them as the year goes on and catch up on that one. And I don't know my second one right now. I'm really thinking about it because a lot of them I'm watching the manga. I mean, I'm watching the anime and I don't really want to read the manga. So I'm going to have to find one from the library that I can catch up on, because the ones that I currently own, I only have like 1 or 2 volumes that I haven't read. It's less than 10 basically. Okay, now for my channel goals. So I want to upload every other week until I get the hang of that, and then I want to upload every week and just stay consistent with that, unless like I have illness or something, because I'm usually sick. I have a crap immune system. But I want to try to upload every other week and then every week until I'm consistent. The second one I have is reach 100 subscribers. I am about 25 subscribers, so I only have 75 to do. I'm new and I don't upload very regularly, so maybe if I can consistently upload, I will reach 100 subscribers. But if I go over that, that's great. But I want to at least reach 100 subscribers, and I know I can't control that. But what I can control is uploading consistently and doing videos that you would like to watch. Third one is make one reading vlog a month. Once I start uploading every week, I want to get more comfortable talking about books to the camera, because I'm not really good at expressing my opinions over books and my thoughts over books to anyone, not even my husband. So I want to get more comfortable doing that, being able to express my thoughts, and I think making a reading vlog a month would actually help me with doing that. And the last one I have is kind of not very book related, but it is something that I would like to do. It really brings me back to like the 2016, like 2010s kind of like YouTube ways of posting like favorite videos. I want to post a monthly favorite short every month. So I'm going to be starting about like January, the end of January. The end of every month, I'm going to be posting a short just talking about my favorites, which will include like my favorite book, my favorite like drink, my favorite makeup product, clothing item if I bought any new clothing items or anything. And I'm just going to be posting that at the end of every month. And I really want to keep up with that because I really enjoy talking about my favorites. Hopefully I can give you recommendations over something that you might enjoy. That's not just solely about books, because I would like to talk about other things than just books. And I think doing that in a monthly favorite short would be a really good thing to do that. So if you've made it this far, leave a check mark emoji and one of your goals of 2024. It can be reading or not reading related, just any of your goals this year, so we can manifest completing our goals. Because if you have a check mark and then your goal, you've already completed it. You've brought it into the universe and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna complete this. I will see you in 2 weeks. So have fun with your 2024 goals and your reading, and I will see you later. Bye.